Kia ora koutou. Wrong stock, wrong timing, and I paid for it. I missed a few early pops this morning while watching the wrong tickers. Eventually I jumped in on EKSO after it broke out, but the volume faded fast and I overstayed the trade. Let's take a look at what I saw, why I took the setup anyway, and how I handled the exit on this red day. So when I got up this morning on the scanner, there wasn't much. AUTU was sort of around the VWAP, around 180, 170, and FL was on the scanner too, but that was too expensive. So I just basically waited around until something popped up, and CLIK popped up around 7 o'clock. Penny stock pushed up from around, what was it, 27 cents, and I saw it sort of as it was pushing up to its first high here of 66 cents. Pulled back and then started breaking up again through the VWAP, and I sort of watched this as well. So I didn't want to trade this, although I probably should have. I might have done a bit better on this one than the one that I eventually traded. But I watched this and missed the breakout on CREV, I think it was. So this was already on my watch list, CREV. So I was watching CLIK still when this popped. And this is pretty quick really. It popped from around 330 up to 516 and then pretty much pulled back. I saw it on the scanner, and then when I switched over to it, it was already pulling back. Did rally again under the VWAP to break VWAP again, so 4 to 443, but didn't trade that, just didn't think it had the legs, and then it rolled over basically and went sideways again. So that was CREV. And what I did trade was EKSO. So this here popped up and I saw it when it was breaking that level there. So I switched over and it was just making, about to break over that level. And that was probably the entry that I should have taken on the pullback on that next candle. So I should have been in on this candle here if I was going to trade it, because that was on the front side moving up, and you know that would have been a trade for the break of this previous high. I didn't get in there. It pushed up to $1.14 and I got in on the pullback here at $1. So I was looking for it to hold the dollar, and it basically came back down. It pushed back up to about 101 and then rolled over. And I should have really been out as soon as it broke back down through 95 cents. That should have been my exit as it broke down to the low of this candle that I bought in on. Or even should have got out when it pushed back up over 95 cents at 97 cents here on this candle as it sort of held through VWAP. But I didn't. I did the same mistake as I have done in the past. I kept holding. It broke down through VWAP. You know, that was a definite sell here at 92, 90 cents. Kept holding through here, held all the way down to around 64 cent low, and this was now over $100 loss. It did rally, and I got out at 76 cents. So not a very good trade at all. Still got that bad habit of holding and hoping that it's going to rally. And sometimes it works, but when it doesn't, it hurts. And today, taking a 24-cent loss with 325 shares was a painful loss of $78 when your green days are less than $40 and sometimes less than $10. It really wipes out all that progress that I've made over the past week or so. So not a good result today, and it did push up to 83 cents, so possibly could have held there, but really getting out at 76 cents, I thought I was quite fortunate not to be, looking at lower than 64.50 cents, where it eventually ended up going down to. It did sort of come back up, but didn't really do anything after that. It sort of rolled over. It had some news about being accepted into some NVIDIA, I'm sure that was this one, news about being accepted in some NVIDIA program, or something like that anyway. But obviously not everyone was very interested in that, and it rolled over. But I think because CLIK was really strong this morning, this kept pushing higher through pre-market, and even at the open, even though it pulled back, it did put in a push back to a high of 114. So that was pretty strong this morning. I looked at a couple of other stocks, LOBO, and LOBO sort of made a bit of a move near the end of pre-market, popped up around 9 o'clock from 90 cents up to $1.75. Good move, but then sort of faded, pushed again at open. Did think about taking a trade here, and really I did feel a lot of FOMO after I had that big loss, and I did want to take more trades, but I really stayed disciplined. Still only one trade a day, and even though it was a big loss today, I sort of felt I wasn't in the right headspace to take any more trades, because I usually end up going even further in the red when I do that. So I restrained myself from taking any further trades, especially on the ATXG. Yeah, this popped up from 80 cents to $4. I missed that, and it pulled back, and I did think about taking it as it sort of rallied up here. I was going to take a position at about 145, 150 for a pushback through VWAP, but decided against it, and then glad that I didn't take a position here on this as it pulled back here. I did think about getting in at the $0.50, but that would have been another big loss. So glad I didn't do that, or else I would have been probably looking at stopping out down here even further at $1.12 or something like that. So not a great day for me. Bad choice of stock to trade, really. I think because I saw CLIK pushing up in a penny stock, and EKSO coming up, and I thought that news was okay. I jumped in on it too soon and didn't wait for confirmation if it was going to push higher or not, and also too late. It was, if I'd got in as it broke 84 cents, that level, then I could have had a bit of a profit there, getting up over $1. But that's the way it goes. So down 78 dollars today, a loss of 24 cents a share, and I bought in 325. So that means I'm red on the week, $29.18, and hopefully tonight I can get a green week this week and recover that, at least that $30 this week. Not imperative, but we'll see how it goes, see what the market does tonight. So not every trade is a winner, and today proved that. Missed a few solid moves early on, then mistimed my entry and exit on EKSO. Could have cut it quicker, but it's another lesson in discipline and timing. Appreciate you watching. I'll be back tomorrow to do it all again. We'll see you then. Heia pōpō.